This is Katie Carty-Hiley of RainbowBrite.net. Welcome to the Rainbow Land Museum, and it's time for another Rainbow Brite product review. Today I've got the new classic Rainbow Brite Itty Bitties from Hallmark. They are not actually coming out until next week, but I was lucky enough to get a set slightly early, so I'm going to go ahead and compare them to the limited edition, special edition itty bitties that we've gotten already, show you the differences, and get you excited about when these do come out next week. First, we're going to start with Rainbow Brite herself. And here we go. Here's the limited edition one. I'm going to put them up close together and show you the differences. So, on the limited edition, she's got a blue star. On the classic, she has purple. Limited has only yellow and red in her belt. The new classic has yellow, orange, and green. Then you look at the legs. This new one, the classic, has green added and purple. Yeah, green and purple added. And then the bases are completely different. So this one's just soft, kind of velvety. This one is still soft, but a shiny, glittery, completely different material. And it does not have the yellow stripes like her boots do. But apart from that, the hair bows are the same, the hair is the same, stitching is the same, etc. Although, I'm just noticing the line is different. So the line on this one is just like printed on there. On this one, it's actually stitched. It's actually black thread. I never noticed that until just now. But yeah, that's just printed, kind of like these little marks on her boots are. Whereas this one, it's actually thread. But apart from that, the only differences are the tags. The actual tags look the same from the outside, except this one doesn't have the limited edition emblem. But when we turn them over, obviously they're going to be a bit different because the limited edition one said that it was limited edition. It says limited to only 500 issued. This one does not say that because these are not limited quantity. There's going to be a ton of these guys. So don't worry that they're all going to get snatched up in 2 days and you won't be able to find her. There's going to be lots and lots of rainbows for you to get your hands on. Oh, and real quick, I'm assuming, yeah, the UPC is different. The date is different. These were actually manufactured last October. The new ones were just made in June. So these are like hot off the press, practically. And the new one says, let's see, yeah, the new one says find more Rainbow Brite at feelin.com, which the old one did not say that. So they're still trying to get people to watch the new miniseries. Hopefully that means they're going to be adding more episodes to it. That would be awesome. So there's Rainbow. Let's move on to Twink. Here is the limited edition. Here is the new classic. So first thing you may notice, the stars on his belt are a completely different color. Limited one is yellow, the new classic is blue. Then on his legs, he's got purple and green added to his rainbow, so it's more rainbow-rific. And he's got the sparkly red base instead of the soft one that he had before. But apart from that, the stars and antenna are the same. The other belt, actually, no. The belt buckle is the same color, but the other little pouch, on this one it's orange. It's a dark orange, but it is orange. And on the limited one, it's red. Don't know if you'll be able to really see that difference, but hopefully. But yeah, those are the differences between these two. And oh my god, they're still so freaking cute. I love these guys so much. Let's move on now to OJ. Here's limited, here's classic. The colors on him are identical. I was looking earlier. The only difference is the base. And because he has the base that comes up a little bit, he's not going to have the last couple lines of color that the other guy does. And it's orange. Yeah, Rainbow and Twink both had red bases. This one is orange, but it's still glittery and sparkly. Hard to see on here, I apologize. But it's really, really cute. Yeah. So that's OJ. And last but not least is IQ. There's the limited edition one. Here is the new one. Now, I did notice when I was looking at these briefly before that there's a slight color difference, and it could just be different batches. I'll have to, get more IQs from the classic line to compare to see if they're all like this or if it's just this one. But the lines, the kind of purplish, dark bluish lines, are darker on her legs than on the limited quantity one. I think you can see that. And then also the thread used on her belt buckle and the star on her belt is also slightly darker. So not a huge difference by any means, it's just something I noticed. So keep your eyes out. Let me know if yours are also darker on the new classic. And then sparkly base instead of non-sparkly base. And I love that on her it's very like fuchsia, magenta, bright, sparkly. It's a very girly color. And I like girly stuff. Not to say these are only for girls. Absolutely not. Everybody is going to love these itty bitties. They are just so, so cute. So those are the 4 that have come out, are coming out next week. They're shipping out Monday the 10th, so your stores may start getting them as early as the 11th. You'll just need to start calling around then and see when they get there. I don't know where they're shipping from, so I don't know which part of the country is going to get them first, but just keep checking in, and your store will be getting them soon. And they'll also be available online at Hallmark.com, but that won't be until later this month. So if you're in a hurry, like me, I would go ahead and start checking with your local stores and see if you can get your hands on some sooner rather than later. The other new piece of merchandise that I got my hands on is the book, Rainbow Brite and the Very Brave Day. This will also be coming out next week with the classic itty bitties. So be on the lookout for these also at your store and later this month on Hallmark.com. Now we knew that the book was going to be coming with leg warmers, but I had no idea how they were going to package that. So I want to show you how kind of ingenious this is, the way they did it. They put a sleeve around the front cover, and this sleeve that is removable has the leg warmers just packaged into it. So it's like a little pocket. I'm not going to open them right now to try them on. It says one size fits most, with a picture of, I'd say those are definitely children's feet. But the article said they would be stretchy enough for adults. So we'll see, but I want to wait until I get another one before I before I damage this one at all. But the leg warmers, it says, are made out of cotton, polyester, and spandex. So hopefully they'll be really stretchy. Here we go. I'll slide that off, I think. There we go. So yeah, that comes off. And this is what has the UPC and the price on it. And it's got the little summary that we've already seen. And this was made in May of this year. That's when it was manufactured. So we didn't have to wait too long. So here's the cover, again, like we saw online. And the back has the same little summary that we've seen already with some adorable artwork. I'm not going to go through and show you all of the artwork or read it to you because that would spoil it, and you want to get your own copy, obviously. But I did want to show you at least this because I think it's so cute. The first thing you see when you open it, once you take the sleeve off, is all of the color kids. That just gives me warm fuzzies because I know we were kind of worried in the beginning that we may not be seeing all of the characters. Sometimes some get left behind, don't get as much attention, but all of the color kids are featured in this book, and that's not just in the cover, they are in the entire thing, which makes me really happy. The plot is not centered around the color kids in this particular story, but they're around, so you get to see them a good bit. Let's see here, yeah, copyright 2015 Hallmark. It's got the ISBN number, printed and bound in China in May. Well, I can tell you who else worked on it. This is new information. The editorial director was Delia Berrigan. The art director was Chris Ofan, I think. The designer is Scott Swanson, and the production designer is Dan Horton. So thank you to all of you who worked on this. I'm really impressed with it. I've gone through it once already. I'm going to be reading it probably 10 more times tonight, looking at the artwork some more. But I'm really impressed right off the bat. It's, like I said, it's different slightly as far as the style of the artwork goes. The shading is different. It looks a little darker to me than some of the old books. And not every image, but some of the colors in some of the images just seem slightly darker. But that may just be the shading and some shadow that they're trying to apply. And it may just be the paper that it's printed on. Some of the old books, the paper is like shiny. It's a different type of paper. So that may be part of why it looks darker to me. I'll have to pull out some old books, put them side by side to really do a good comparison. But it's new artwork. I did want to mention that because we didn't know going into this if it was going to be a lot of reused poses, because that's what a lot of the old merchandise was. We had these few certain poses for each character, and then they would just get reused over and over and over. It was always rehashes, and we were always on the lookout for new artwork. And every time we would find a piece, it was like, oh, the world is ending in a good way because we just found something so exciting. It was always a really big deal. So now we have some more brand new artwork to add to the collection. And I do think that this book is going to go really well with the collections that some of us already have. If you've already got some of the original Rainbow Brite books, the storyline, the plot, the characters, it all fits right in. There's some updated terminology, I guess you could say. Melvina, I'm assuming it's Melvina she's the writer, so I would assume this was her decision. She made up a few words, which it just kind of adds to the cuteness, and I think that's something they've been trying to do with the new miniseries and the new website. They've got kind of this lingo that they're kind of going for to appeal more to the younger audience, and there's a bit of that in the book as well, but it's not jarring. In some instances I would find that obnoxious or whatever, but I don't here. I think it's just cute and just a bit updated, like I said. And the story is definitely a brand new one. This is not, because we have some stories that are so similar. We'll have like a story booklet that came with a character and then a book maybe that came from the UK as opposed to America, and it'll be a very similar story. But this one is absolutely brand new. There's no episode that has dealt with this particular issue or this particular plot line, and that's probably one reason why there's so much new artwork, because it is all brand new. But there are also some throwback images, I'll say. There's one of Patio Green specifically, one specific pose that's nearly identical to one of the old poses of her. But it actually gave me kind of a warm, fuzzy feeling, not oh man, a reuse. No, I didn't feel that way at all. It was like, oh, they remembered us. They included something old school for us. But there's also something in here that reminded me of the new show, the new miniseries. And I don't mean artwork, I just mean something they mention is reminiscent of the new show. And there is a new section of Rainbow Land that's mentioned in this book that we had never heard of before. So I was really interested and excited to hear about a new part of Rainbow Land. And on one of the images, there's a character or a creature that's very reminiscent of something from one of the old episodes. So that made me really happy as well. And a new character-ish. It doesn't have a name, but yeah, I'll say there's a new character. Although I was a little disappointed because it says the character is turned into something, but then there's not a picture of that something that would have been really cute. I mean, it kind of looks sort of like it, but no, so maybe he'll show up later on. Maybe he'll be... No, never mind. I'm not going to give it away. Maybe that character will show back up. But all in all, I'm really, really impressed. I wouldn't mind if one of the next books was larger. That, if I had to complain about anything, which I don't feel the need to, but if I were to complain, it would just be that it's shorter. Actually, I have one of the old books right here. So just for comparison, there's an old book and there's the new one. This one's a bit wider though, or no, the width is the same. Okay, but just because the old books were taller, we got a little bit more artwork. So I wouldn't mind seeing a taller book in the future with just, larger scenes of Rainbow Land and the pits, etc. Or just larger pictures of the characters. Yeah, that would be the only thing I would want to see in the future that's different. Apart from just more stories, obviously, I want more books, and I believe they've already said that those are going to be coming. So I'm really excited to see what the new books and new stories are going to be like. There is one other product that's going to be coming out next week that I do not have yet, and that is the 4-character collector set of Itty Bitties. And that's not these guys. Those are 4 brand new characters for Rainbow, or not brand new to the property, but ones that have not been made into Itty Bitties yet. And those are Red Butler, Indigo, Romeo, and Hammy. And all 4 of them come in a cute little collector box. And it looks like it has kind of a little backdrop in it that looks like Rainbow Land. So it's super adorable. And that was brand new information. You know, we had seen them in the concept art, those particular characters, but since then we had not heard any plans of them being made into Itty Bitties. So I'm super thrilled now to know that they got the star treatment, and we're going to be seeing those in stores starting next week. So hopefully I'll get my hands on one of those really soon. And I'll be sure to do a new opening video, review video. I'll probably at least get 2 sets so that I can open one and leave one in the box, because that's how I do things around here in the Rainbow Land Museum. But for now, that's everything I think, except, okay, I'll show you my shirt real quick. This is new from Hallmark. They have 2. They have a black shirt with twink on it, and they have this pink shirt with this on it. They're really, really cute. They're women's fitted shirts, so I don't know that it would fit a man, but it might. It doesn't, I don't believe it has dimensions, at least not specific dimensions. Like, it'll give you a size guide, so if you're a size 6, you would wear this one, that kind of thing, but it doesn't show you in inches how wide or long the shirts are. So you kind of have to guesstimate, but the sides of them are not super fitted as some shirts are, so I don't think that would look weird on a man at all. You just might want to make sure that it's a size that would fit you. But they're a good length, and they're not super tight, they're breathable, that kind of thing. So I would recommend the shirts as well. And if you look on Hallmark.com and are having trouble finding them, they don't always show up under Rainbow Brite. But if you just search for the word rainbow, then you will find them. So be on the lookout for those, and some are even showing up in stores, so you may see this shirt at your local store and you can just pick it up there. Also remember, you can also always have these products shipped to your local Hallmark stores for free if you don't want to pay for shipping. That only applies to the shirts right now because the Itty Bitties are not on Hallmark.com yet, but they will be, although they should be coming to your stores anyway. So yeah, that's it for now. Until next time, have a rainbow day!